Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it's 50, 60, 80 emails per day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where am I going with all of this? The speed of change has not only changed significantly, but now every change that happens affects every person instantaneously. So that we are a very different species. We are a species that's crossed over and is living in the energetic era, and we are completely unaware of that. We are completely, fully unaware of that. That we are now a new species living in an energetic era ruled by energetics, and we are completely and fully unaware that we've crossed over that international timeline. Okay? All right?
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, because we're unaware of that, we are completely, fully, and totally unaware of all the diseases that are happening that are completely, fully, and totally the result of the imbalance of time and timelessness, the coordinations, the coordinates in the body. So that's a whole other thing. There is a massive archetypal breakdown happening, Robyn, between all of the war of the sky gods.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The collision of the gods that are happening in the mythologies, all of them colliding. The mythologies of the Christian era, the mythologies of the jihad, the mythologies of the end of the diaspora and the 12 tribes of Israel returning to the promised land just as they found the Nag Hammadi and the Dead Sea Scrolls all within the same 4 years. These new scriptures being the mystical texts, right? And the end of the diaspora when the Jews return to the promised land, okay? And just as all of this happens, what happens is the final battle where the Tigris-Euphrates River Valley, where life began. This last mythology is where we're at in so much points to this grand collision that the new imprint is that we have to become a more connected species, but nobody wants to, because it represents a redistribution of power. And here we talk about good and evil, and the fact is nobody wants to be equal with anybody.
You do, surely.
But let's just say, as a rule,
Yep.
nobody wants equality.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. And that's the general theme of the human condition. And so equality, it's the two choices, wisdom or woe.
Mm-hmm.
We're being taken into that new era through woe instead of wisdom. So, you know, if we went off the planet into a very high altitude and we looked down and we said, what's going on here? And you and I were no longer mortals, and we're just hovering over this silly little planet. And we said, what's going on down there? And I would say, look at those mortals. They simply can't see that they're all equal on one planet. They just don't get it. They won't share. They're not equal. And they keep fighting for this little silly real estate.
They don't get it yet.
They don't get it.
We've got to go. Conversationswithrobyn.com. Go into the recording section. You'll find out more info. Thank you so much,
Thank
Carolyn.
you.
This could have been like 10 hours. Take care.